The great Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, "People seek retreats for themselves in the country, by the sea or in the mountains. You are very much in the habit of yearning for those same things." A philosopher king, Aurelius penned these thoughts amid the bustle of empire. His words reach out over the centuries, resonating with our own search for peace. This video unpacks Aurelius's wisdom, exploring the retreat within each of us. Today, we'll delve into this profound quote and explore its intricate layers. Marcus begins by acknowledging our human tendency to seek retreats in nature. It's a well-observed fact, isn't it? The allure of the great outdoors, the call of the wild, the yearning to escape the concrete jungle and find solace in the quiet serenity of the countryside, the calming rhythm of the sea, or the majestic solitude of the mountains. This desire is universal, and it's not hard to see why. The daily grind of life, with its relentless pace and constant demands, can be overwhelming. We're all too often shackled by our responsibilities, hemmed in by our routines, and weighed down by our worries. The world seems to be in a relentless rush, and we, its weary inhabitants, are on a never-ending treadmill, always moving but never really getting anywhere. In such circumstances, the prospect of a retreat, a temporary respite from the hustle and bustle of the world, can seem like a tantalizing oasis in a desert of dull monotony. And so we yearn. We yearn for the soothing serenity of the countryside, the refreshing spray of the sea, the invigorating air of the mountains. We yearn for a retreat, a haven, a sanctuary where we can escape the pressures of life and recharge our drained batteries. But what do we hope to achieve from these retreats? A break from the routine, certainly. A chance to relax and rejuvenate, undoubtedly. But perhaps on a deeper level, we're searching for something more. Perhaps we're seeking a sense of peace, a moment of clarity, a touch of tranquility that can help us make sense of our chaotic lives. Perhaps we're looking for a place where we can pause, reflect, and find our bearings again. But Marcus suggests that this yearning is not the mark of a noble person. It's a startling statement, isn't it? But before we dismiss it outright, let's delve a little deeper into what he's saying. After all, Marcus Aurelius was not just a Roman emperor, but also a philosopher. And his words are worth pondering over. But that, dear listeners, is a journey for the next scene. Marcus then says, but this is entirely the trait of a base person when you can, at any moment, find such a retreat in yourself. Ponder over this for a moment. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, is challenging our natural instinct to seek solace externally in the physical world. Instead, he encourages us to look inward, to delve deep within ourselves, where a true retreat exists. A retreat that is accessible at any moment, regardless of where we are or what we're doing. Introspection, the act of looking within oneself, is a powerful tool. It's like turning on the light in a dark room, illuminating the corners of our mind that may have been overlooked or forgotten. It's a journey of self-discovery, a process of understanding our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Through introspection, we can unravel the complexities of our inner world, learning more about our values, our motivations, our fears, and our desires. But why is this inward journey so important? Well, it's because the answers we seek, the peace we yearn for, and the retreat we desire are not found in the mountains or by the sea, but within ourselves. When we understand ourselves better, we gain a sense of clarity and inner peace that no physical retreat can provide. We become more resilient, more self-aware, and more in control of our emotions and reactions. Self-reflection, a form of introspection, is a step towards this inner retreat. It's about taking time to pause, to think, to question, and to understand. It's about reflecting on our experiences, our decisions, and our interactions, and learning from them. It's about being honest with ourselves, acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses, our successes and failures. The beauty of this inner retreat is that it's always available to us. It doesn't require a plane ticket or a vacation request. It doesn't depend on the weather or the season. It's a retreat that we carry within us, a sanctuary that we can visit any time we choose. The true retreat, according to Marcus, is in our own souls. This is where we find peace, tranquility, and renewal. So let's start this journey inward. Let's embark on this adventure of self-discovery and introspection, and let's find that inner retreat within ourselves. For nowhere can you find a more peaceful and less busy retreat than in your own soul, especially if, on close inspection, it is filled with ease. These words of Marcus Aurelius invite us into an understanding that may seem counterintuitive at first. Let's unpack it, shall we? A retreat is a place where we escape from the tumultuous outside world, where we find peace, comfort, and a chance to recharge. We often associate this with physical locations, the serenity of the countryside, the rhythmic lull of the sea, or the majestic silence of the mountains. Yet Aurelius argues that the most tranquil retreat lies within us, in our own soul. The soul, as we understand it, is the very essence of our being. It's the part of us that feels, reflects, and experiences life beyond the physical and material realm. It's where our deepest thoughts, emotions, and insights reside. And it is within this realm that we can find a retreat that surpasses any physical sanctuary. But what does it mean for our soul to be a peaceful retreat? It means to foster an inner environment that is free from the clamor of external influences, a space where calmness and tranquility reign. It's about nurturing a state of inner peace, where we can retreat to whenever the world becomes too loud, too chaotic, too demanding. This inner peace is not about suppressing or ignoring our feelings and thoughts. Instead, it's about acknowledging them, understanding them, and then letting them go. It's about maintaining a sense of equilibrium and serenity amidst the ebb and flow of life's experiences. To find such a retreat in ourselves, we need to cultivate a relationship with our inner selves. We need to understand who we truly are, what we value, what brings us joy, and what stirs our soul. It's about creating a space within ourselves that is filled with ease, contentment, and serenity. It's about turning our soul into a sanctuary, a haven where we can retreat to, a place where we can find peace and solace regardless of what's happening around us. So how can we ensure our soul is a well-ordered retreat? Marcus advises, treat yourself often to this retreat and be renewed. This brings us to the question, how can we create this inner retreat? Well, it begins with a journey into self-awareness, mindfulness, and meditation. Let's delve a bit deeper into each of these. Self-awareness is the conscious knowledge of one's own character, feelings, motives, and desires. It's about understanding who you are, what you want, and why you want it. It's about acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses, your passions and fears, your desires and dreams. The journey to self-awareness requires honesty, introspection, and self-examination. It's not always easy, but it's a crucial step in creating your inner retreat. Next is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the quality of being present and fully engaged with whatever we're doing at the moment, free from distraction or judgment, and aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. It's about focusing on the here and now. To practice mindfulness, one might engage in activities like mindful eating, mindful walking, or simply taking a moment to breathe and observe your surroundings. Mindfulness allows us to retreat into the present moment, freeing us from worries about the past or the future. Lastly, meditation. Meditation is a practice where an individual uses a technique such as mindfulness or focusing the mind on a particular object, thought, or activity to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. By meditating, we create a space of serenity within ourselves, a space where we can retreat whenever we feel overwhelmed or stressed. These practices, when combined, can help us create a sanctuary within ourselves, a place of peace and tranquility. It's a retreat that's always accessible, no matter where we are or what we're doing. It's a place where we can recharge, rejuvenate, and renew ourselves. In creating this inner retreat, we find a refuge that we carry with us everywhere. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius encourages us to seek refuge not in physical places, but within ourselves. We have journeyed through the philosophical landscape of Aurelius's wisdom, learning that the search for retreats, be it in the country, by the sea, or in the mountains, while seemingly comforting, often distracts us from the true retreat within ourselves. The concept of the inner retreat, a sanctuary within our soul, is not only a place of peace and tranquility, but also an abode of self-awareness and introspection. The soul, as Aurelius puts it, is a peaceful retreat, less busy and more serene than any physical location. This retreat is always within reach, available at any moment if we choose to seek it. It's a place where we can reflect, recharge, and renew ourselves, away from the chaos of the outside world. Creating your inner retreat requires practice and mindfulness. It's about ordering your thoughts and feelings, nurturing a sense of ease within. This is not a one-time effort, but a continuous process, a habit to be cultivated and cherished. So the next time you yearn for a retreat, remember Aurelius's wisdom. Look inward, find that peaceful corner within your soul and be renewed. Remember, your soul is a peaceful retreat. Subscribe for more content and join us next time as we explore more wisdom from the past.